Why are people with agency smarter, while those who live passively as mere objects often become fearful and even duller? Many still believe that intelligence is nothing more than a gift of birth, but neuroscience has shown otherwise. The efficiency of our brain depends on whether we are the driver of our life or just a passenger. When we actively make choices, the brain switches into a high-performance state led by the prefrontal cortex. Planning, decision-making, and creative thinking come alive. Memory integrates with learning. Self-awareness and emotional regulation improve. These key regions interact constantly, making us more adaptable, quicker learners, and sharper problem solvers. Research also reveals when the executive control network lights up, the so-called default mode network, the one responsible for mind-wandering and self-doubt, automatically quiets down. Resources are then concentrated on solving problems and generating ideas. This is the essence of high performance. On the other hand, when you reduce yourself to a passive object, the brain's fear circuitry takes over. The amygdala constantly scans for threats, the HPA axis keeps pumping stress hormones, and prefrontal activity declines. The outcome? Weaker learning, poor judgment, diminished creativity. Over time, this leads to anxiety, insomnia, rigidity, clinging to old habits, and fear of change. Worse still, in controlling families or rigid workplaces, people stuck in passivity become locked into defense mode. The prefrontal cortex stops developing, even shrinking from underuse. That's why those without agency gradually lose the ability to think and decide for themselves. Agency is not just a mindset, it is a brain state. Active individuals internalize, I can change outcomes, I have choices. This belief fuels dopamine cycles, which drive motivation and exploration. Passive individuals internalize the opposite. I can't change anything, I have no options. And that belief wires the brain for learned helplessness. So how do we switch our brain back into agency mode? First, start with micro decisions. Choose something for yourself each day, what to eat, which route to take, and let your brain relearn. I decide. Second, participate instead of just watching. Even asking one question in a meeting activates your prefrontal cortex more than silence. Third, set self-driven goals. Pursue something that has nothing to do with external approval. Let your dopamine work for you, not others. Fourth, track your choices and outcomes. Show your brain, again and again, that your actions shape reality. A smart brain is not born, it is built. It's the natural result of staying in agency. Each time you choose, act, and experiment, you strengthen your prefrontal cortex, sharpening your ability to learn, create, and adapt. In the end, holding on to agency is like feeding your brain. Losing it is like starving it. No matter how passive life may feel, never give up that piece of ground where you call the shots. Because that is the foundation of intelligence, freedom, and abundance.